nanach, nachma, meuman. Lekutei moharan, lesson number 41, the Rebbe's own words. Nanach, nachma, meuman. The bezH, page 22, states regarding dancing, the bekayim knees, which are the legs, correspond to netzach and holier, and so do the heels. Now, how if heel is numerically equivalent to twice elikim, 86 times 2 equals 172. Nanach, nachma, nachman, meuman. Which represents judgments upon which the unholy forces have a grasp as known, and in order to banish the unholy forces from there, one must draw gvurois from the root of bina into the bekayim. One must draw gvurois, strength, from power, from the root of bina, understanding, into the bekayim nihis. When one draws the root of the gvurois from bina, of power and strength from understanding, the unholy forces flee from there, and one can then take possession of the bechayim, firstborn, and the bracha, blessing, which correspond to the bekayim. Now the root of the bezH is called wine, as known, and this is the exhilarating wine. This is why the verse states that when Jacob saw that he was in a state of bekayim, in a place of judgments, for twice in the kingdom, with the 10 letters, 172 plus 10, 182 is numerically equivalent to Yaakov, Jacob. He drew the roots of gvurois, which is the exhilarating wine, as in he brought Isaac wine and he drank, which is the root of bracha, blessing. Hence, by way of dancing, when one drinks exhilarating wine, the root of the gvurois, strength, power, and bina, and understanding, which are drawn down into the feet, bringing one to dance. One thereby banishes the unholy forces from the feet. This is the cause of the excitement of dancing, and is considered a fire offering, a pleasing fragrance to God. Nach, nachman, nachma, meuman. However, when one dances with the excitement of lust, this is the sin of Nadav and Avihu. About whom it is stated they offered a foreign fire. Nadav and Avihu represent netzach and holier, overpowering in thanks and beauty, and holy excitement is the exhilarating wine, by way of which the firstborn are rectified. For in fire, though is called the intoxicating wine, the excitement of lust, upon which the unholy forces have a grip, since he had not instructed them to do it, is also the concept of redeeming souls. Money is called a pillar, as in the possessions at their feet. Thus when the tzaddik performing a redemption, nachman, meuman, places his hand on the money, he should have in mind the 3 hands, the great hand, the strong hand, and the exalted hand. The great hand, the strong hand, and the exalted hand. And 3 times yad hand is numerically 42. Now the divine name, numerically equivalent to 42, is composed of 7 names, and each name is composed of 6 letters. The tzaddik nanach, nachma, nachma, meuman. Aikari bainu tzaddik nanach nachman meuman should thus have in mind to draw the vavim 6s, that is the 7 names, and each of which is 6 letters, into the moharan. It should have in mind to draw the vavim 6s, that yes. The 7 names, and each of which is 6 letters, into the money that is called amudim, which then becomes vavehu amudim. Now these amudim, pillars / feet / heels, it represents judgment. Represent judgment, for twice alikim is numerically upon which the unholy forces have a grip, and since judgment can only be ameliorated at its root, and the root of judgment is in Bina. Stated judgments arise from Bina, and I am Bina, I am Gvura, I have Gvura. I am Bina, I have Gvura. I am the name of 42 corresponds to Bina. Therefore, when one draws the name of 42 into the amudim, the judgments are ameliorated at their root. This explains the verse, Vavehu amudim, v'chashukayim kesef. The hooks of the pillars and their bands were silver by way of bedding, and connecting Vaveh with amudim. Kesef, silver / money, kindness is produced, meaning that judgments are ameliorated. The bezH chapter 13 states the name of 42 corresponds to Bina, and these 42 correspond to the 370 shining lights, together with 8 white hairs. This is numerically equivalent to Bashulayim. Bashulayim. Chapter 14, it states, this is numerically equivalent to Chashma and Malbish, each 378 for the Chashmal guards the supernal clothing from the numerically 370, literally months of the klipe, yes, as in avavash, moths will consume them like a garment. And this is the meaning of whoever wants to nasich pour wine libations on the altar. I should fill the throats of Torah scholars. Pouring refers to kingship and reign, as in Sachti I anointed, Ma'aaiiinnn I anointed, Ma'aaiiinnn wine represents Bina, the root of the firstborn, the exhilarating wine. The altar represents judgments, and Torah scholars represent Netzach and Hod. Whoever wants to rule and govern and ameliorate judgments at the root, which is the exhilarating wine, what should he do? The answer, fill their throats by way of dancing or by way of redemptions, as mentioned above, and filling the throats is itself an amelioration of judgments. This is the explanation of Torah scholars, increase peace in the world. For therefore through them is drawn the name of 42. which represents the 370 lights, which together with the 8 white hairs are numerically equivalent to bezH. Now the Torah scholars are called netzachayim. The fiyit as brought in the Medrash, his thighs are pillars of marble. These are the Torah scholars. And the altar is also called feet, as in offer sacrifices of righteousness. Oh, yeah, and as in righteousness will walk before him. So this is the meaning of may he grant you your heart's desire when he fills all your counsel. Filling throats, the throats of Torah scholars, for Torah scholars are called counsel, as in people will receive counsel and wisdom from him, and as in God's counsel will stand forever, for they are the pillars of the world. And as in God of hosts has counseled, and God of hosts represents netzach and holier, nanach, nachma, meuman. Lesson number 42, the rebbe's own words. He saw when they were in distress, when he heard their song, I threw some among. Judgments are ameliorated, as is stated in the holy Zohar. Oh, the Keshes rainbow symbolizes the Shechina, and the 3 colors of the rainbow represent the 3 patriarchs, who are the garments of the Shechina. And when the Shechina is dressed in radiant garments, then God says, I will see her and remember the eternal covenant. And then the king's rage subsided. This is like a king who became angry with his son, but when the king sees the queen dressed in bright garments, he has compassion on his son. Kinen heisei meyoid meyaboid sevechu ulechu matiman feideletnien bis Mashiach vet gemin chazal gemat bavoyir secho nanach nachma nachman meuman v'zeh galalechu soid Imu lebe gudish mikava babli kava babitzar mitzani kevin chit gavoido timina vayi usimni zamatam zyomi shiyain chum misava bane na